Very good afternoon, everyone. So let me take the attendance. Asta Khandelwal, Abhigyan Gupta, Ankit, Ashutosh Maharshi, Ayush Bothra, Ritik Bharadwaj, Ishpreet Singh Walia, Lakshya, Meghna Dhuria, Priyam Milan, Sambhav Jain, Sambhav Garg, Samriddhi Tripathi, Sanya, Sarvansh, Saurabh Yadav, Shreya Dharan, Tushar Khandelwal, Vanshika and Vatsal. So welcome to all. So let us just proceed further with the rest of the class. So we were studying on that day regarding the membership of the companies. Okay, so we will continue with the membership, and on that day we have done a substantial portion, and then in between you requested that there is a you have some quiz on that day. Let me please clarify one thing. These quizzes will keep on happening. Okay, these quizzes will be there, and the other subjects quiz will be there on that date first for the first time. But please do not ask me again for that. Just leave the class because you have the quizzes. Okay, if you have to prepare, please prepare it well in advance. Okay, otherwise do not tell that you have the quiz and you have to just go for. I will not allow it from the next time. So whenever you have the quiz, you please do it yourself and just have a buffer that in between of the class you will not ask me for the quizzes at all. Okay, fine. So we have already gone with certain can say uh, uh, discussion about the membership of the company, and there are the modes of attaining membership which we have also discussed, and how to attain the membership, and who can get the membership of the company, who can be the member of the company. This was also discussed in detail. Okay, so I was at the over here that nominee as a joint members. So where the shares of the company were registered in the joint name of the company, and one of the directors, can be the can be nominated as a nominee of the company. It was held that the director was a nominee of the company for the purpose. He could act jointly with the company and not individually. So he had no rights of his own in respect of the shares and was not entitled to bring any proceedings on the basis of being one of the registered holders, as it was held in Exchange Travel Holdings Limited case. Okay, so a nominee can be can act only on the behalf of the organization or only on the behalf of number of persons he has been appointed for. He should not consider as if he is a owner of those shares and should not actually act with his own will and all that. Okay, so if he is allowed to be a nominee, so he has to represent that company as a nominee. So if a person is a nominee, for example, here director is a nominee, so director can act as a nominee and can do the things only on the behalf of the company, who is the actual owner of that particular uh, shares. Okay, so this is regarding the nominee. Next is the minimum number of members. So section 3(1) of the Companies Act 2013 provides that a company may be formed for any lawful purpose by 7 or more members. Okay, so it is regarding a a company which is a public limited company, where the company to be formed to be a public, 2 or more persons where the company is formed as a private company, 1 person where the company is to be formed as a 1 person company. Okay, so these are the things. So 7 in case of public limited company, 2 in case of private limited company, and 1 in case of OPC, that is one man company. So in case of the maximum number of members, the public limited company can have unlimited members. The maximum numbers of a private limited company is restricted to 200. Previously it was 50, now it is 200. And the public limited company can have any number of members, unlimited members, whereas the 1 person company, as the name suggests, only one. So it cannot have more than one member, that is the person who is subscribing to the memorandum of association of the company as such. So restriction on membership by virtue of section 268(2) of the Companies Act 2013, the maximum number I have already told you, the maximum number is restricted to 1 in case of 1 person company and 200 in case of private limited company and unlimited in case of, you can say, public limited company. Next is the cessation of membership. Then how the members will cease to be the members of the company as such. So a person ceases to be a member of the company when his name is removed from the register of members. On that day we were discussing about the mode of acquiring membership. So if a person has transferred his shares in the register of members of the company, then that person will also be a member of the company in such a case. Am I audible? Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So here
sir.
there is a network issue, no problem. Okay. So in case if there is a restriction on the membership, okay. So membership of sorry, the cessation of members. So we were discussing about that when a person is having his name in the register of members of the company, in that case only he will be considered as a member of the company, or you can say uh, the register of the members of the company is a conclusive evidence that who is the member of the company. Okay, and the cessation of membership of a company is occurs when his name is removed from the register of members. Now this can occur in the following situation: he transfer his shares to another person. Okay, the transfer is registered by the company and his name is removed from the register of the members. So here we discussed this point on that day also, on Wednesday, last Wednesday also, that even if a person has transferred his shares but his name has not been removed from the register of members, he still, is the member of the company. Now this is, sometimes it is beneficial but sometimes it is a critical also. Suppose for example a person is the person's name is in the register of members of the company, though he has already sold his shares, but his name has not been removed by the company, or by any mistake it has not been removed. In that case, if the company is under the debt or is under the liquidation, then that person will also be responsible towards the extent of the unpaid amount of the share capital or the guarantee which is given. Okay, so in this case, that is sometime it is harmful also. So if in that case, what will happen, the persons whose names are in the register of members of the company may be held responsible. Okay, and if the company has done certain things, or the directors of the company has done certain things which has made the liability of the members unlimited, in that case also he will be a person who will be considered as such. So while transferring the shares, one must always think of that his name should be removed from the register of members of the company if he has transferred his shares, or if something has happened which is resulting in the transfer of shares as such. Okay, next is his shares are forfeited. So forfeiture of shares happens when the call money is not paid. So if a person has not paid the call money or allotment money, his shares will be forfeited. And in such a case, when the shares will be forfeited, the name of such person will be removed from the register of members of the company, and his forfeited shares will be reissued to someone else, and those shares will be registered at the name of someone else, whosoever will purchase the shares of the forfeited shares of the company. Next is his shares are sold by the company to enforce a lien. So, for example, some the company is having company actually is requiring some money from him. For example, that person is you can say having some custody of the company's goods. He was one of the dealer of the company, was having some shares in the company, and some goods of the companies are lying with him, or some amount is due to him. So company can exercise a lien on the shares of such a person and can sold the shares in the open market, and in that case also he will lose his right to be on the company's register of members, and company's membership will be seized. Okay, so he will cease to be a member of the company in such a case. Next is if the person dies. So in that case, his estate, however, remains liable for the calls. So actually, what happens if a person dies and still the company is asking for a call of the shares, because the unpaid call are to be paid by the members only. So in that case, his estate or his property will be liable for the call, or if the state is not sufficient to pay the calls, then in that case his shares will be forfeited and can be issued to somewhere to someone else. So, but in such a case, a proper notice is to be given to the legal heirs of such a person who is actually dying and who was having the shares in the company as such. Next, he is adjudged insolvent, and the official assignee disclaims his shares. So what happens? He has been adjudged as insolvent. A person who has been adjudged as insolvent, all the property belonging to that person is vested in the official assignee. And as he has become insolvent, his name will be removed by the virtue of his insolvency from the register of members of the company, and in this way he will cease to be the member of the company. Next is his redeemable preference shares are redeemed. For example, a company is company has issued the redeemable preference shares. So in case if the redemption of preference shares is done, so there is a no liability of the company to be paid to him. So his name from the register of shareholders or register of the members of the company will be removed, because the company has already paid what was due to him as such through the agreement. So preference shares are to be redeemed, and once after preference shares are redeemed, nothing is due from the company to be paid. Okay, so in that case, after redemption of preference shares, the person to whom these preference shares belong to no more will be considered as a member of the company. Next is he resigns the contract of membership on the ground of fraud or misrepresentation or a genuine mistake. So if the uh, member, if any member whose name has been entered in the register of the members of the company, and if he is resigning the contract. Resigning the contract means he is saying that this contract has happened out of fraud or misrepresentation, or even by a genuine mistake on the both the parties. He was intending to take the shares of someone else, and the shares of this company was allotted to him by mistake, or the company was intending to give shares to someone else, but he was unintentionally allotted the shares. So in that case also, he he he, uh, uh, he can resign the contract, right? And and further, sometimes there is a the contract of the shares, the contract on the shares in certain situation is also recited on the basis of the of one more thing. What is that? That is, suppose for example the shares has been issued to him on the shares has been issued to some person because of you can say um, a fraud has happened, because he was misrepresented. He is one person who is of a high repute, and company wanted him to become a member, and he was misrepresented the fact that okay, we will give you directorship or something like that, and the company has not at all given it. So he can resign the contract on that basis. Okay, so in that case also his name will be removed from the register of the members, and he can actually file a suit for removal of the name from the register of the members and can do so. Further, his shares are purchased either by another member or by the company itself under the order of tribunal under section 242 of the Companies Act. So sometimes what happens that his shares is purchased by someone else, okay, or or by the order of tribunal, the company has purchased his shares to be sell it off to someone else, because sometimes as in point H, the shares are issued on ground of fraud. So in that case, the court or the tribunal may order the company that you take back the shares from that person. In such a situation, what will happen? His name again will be removed from the register of members, and he will cease to be a member of the company. Next is the member of company which is being wound up in India and the liquidator disclaims the shares. So a company which is running in India and has wound up in India. So when the company has wound up in India, but the company's other things are existing in some other part of the country, and he was the shareholder of the Indian company. So as a result of it, the the shares he will discontinue to be the member of that company, even if the company is running in some other country. Next is company is totally wound up. So if the company is totally wound up, there is no existence of the company as such. So there is no question of having the membership in that company which is totally wound up. So though one ceases to be a member, he remains liable as a contributory and also entitled to the in the share surplus, if any. I have told you, because being a member of the company, sometimes it is a liability and sometimes it proves to be an asset. So it is liability if the company is sinking or company is going into liquidation. But at the same time, if the company is doing very good, so that person is liable to be to the surplus also. So please tell me if you are having any question over here. Anyone, any question regarding the cessation of membership, that how the membership actually ceases, or how or when a shareholder can seize the membership, or when the membership of the shareholder is seized? Any question? Anyone? Shreya?
Yes, sir. No,
Okay.
sir, it's clear, sir.
Fine. So something in the chat box also. Okay, good afternoon only. Ankit always says good afternoon while he enters the class. Ankit, I hope your mic is now working. I don't think so. His mic is working. He will again reply in the chat box. Fine. So should we proceed further now?
Yes, sir.
Ankit, what Ankit has replied in the chat box? No, sir. Fine. Okay. So let us now proceed further. Okay. So next is the register of members. This is also one of the most important thing. So section 88 of the Companies Act 2013 lays down that every company shall keep and maintain the following registers in such a form and in such a manner as may be prescribed. Namely, the register of members indicating separately for each class of equity and the preference shares held by each member it's residing in or outside India, and register of debenture holders and register of any other security holders. So register of members, even the debenture holders and security holders, they are not at all under, they are not the members, but in one section itself the Companies Act has declared that the following are the registers which are to be maintained. So register of debenture holders and register of security holders are equally important to be maintained. So next is every register maintained under subsection 1, that is these all three registers of section 88 of the Act shall include an index of the names included therein. So there has to be an index. Index means when the register is maintained, that therefore there has to be an index, and the index it is mentioned that how many shares are issued in favor of whom. So actually index starts with the number of shares. It doesn't start with the name. So it starts with the number of shares. For example, share number 1 to share number 20, that is of the promoter and something like that. So this all comprise of the numbering of the shares, so that there should not be any confusion. So it starts with the shares numbers and then the names and the particulars of that who actually is holding what type of shares. Okay, so this is and accordingly the share certificates are issued seeing the register of the members of the company itself. So every register and index of beneficial owners maintained by a depository under section 11 of the Depository Act 1996 shall be deemed to be the corresponding register and index for the purpose of the Act. So what happens that the depository, what is a depository? Anyone? Anyone? What is a depository? Yes, come on.
Sir, an institution which holds all the demat accounts.
Yes, very good. So it is a you can say it is a regulatory actually. Okay, or you can say which actually the demat accounts are not held by the depositories as such. Demat accounts are held by the depository participants. So when the depository participants are holding the accounts of these people, the report is also maintained by the depository under section 11 of the Depositories Act 1996. So such depository, besides having taking the record of the register of means actually is having the record of sale and purchase of shares. So gone are those days when the when there is a huge time which is required in order to after the transfer of the securities after sale and purchase. So sale and purchase and instant transfer will happen as soon as the sale or purchase happens. So it is to be notified to the to the depositories whenever the sale and purchase is happening, because on stock exchange when sale and purchase happen, the depository get to know automatically. But when the sale and purchase are happening by the physical transfer or physically by the people in the company, in that case, the depositories have to be informed about it. So the register index, which is maintained by the depository section 11, is also equally considered good for the maintenance of. It is considered as same as that of as if the company is maintaining. Okay. Further, a company may, if so authorized by its articles, keep in any country outside India in such a manner as may be prescribed a part of the register referred to in subsection 1 of section 88 of the Act, called Foreign Register, containing the names and particulars of the members, debenture holders, and other security holders or beneficial owners residing outside India. So a part, so it can be, if it is authorized by its articles of association, so it can actually keep one part of the register of members in India, that is the register which is in which the members of the Indian members' names are there, and the second part of that, the same register can be maintained outside India in any of the country, or the name of such country has to be provided in the articles, that where the register of the members, that part of the register of the members can be maintained. So that will be called as a foreign register. So this actually thing has been included from section this Companies Act 2013 and onwards, so that there should not be any. So everyone can just check the register whosoever wants. Okay. So this is about the foreign register. According to section subsection 5 of section 88, if the company does not maintain a register of members or debenture holders or other security holders, or fails to maintain them in accordance with the provisions of subsection 1 or subsection 2 of section 88 of the Act, the company and every officer who is in default shall be punishable with a fine which shall not be less than 50,000 rupees, but which may extend to 3 lakh rupees, and where the failure is continuing one, with a further fine which may extend to 1,000 rupees for every day after the first during which the failure continues. Okay. So there are huge fines on not maintaining the register of the register of the members is there. Okay. So it has to be maintained under the, as per the provision of section subsection 1 and 2. So here are the provisions of the section 1 subsection 1 and 2, that it has to be maintained according including the index also, and these 3 registers have to be maintained by the company. Okay. So there are fines and penalties on that too. Okay. So if you have any questions till now, you can ask me. Okay, today I'm taking one quiz only. Okay, and then maybe at you can say or otherwise if you can propose some other time, because I have to take at least 2 quizzes. So one quiz I'm taking now, and by the time we have studied a lot, we can have some more quizzes also. These quizzes are very simple, and those who have been attentive in the class, they will never get any problem in just attending these quizzes. So please suggest me some other time also if you want me to take the quiz at some other time, because today one quiz will happen, and that too within the class, because I have told Shreya that it will happen in the class, otherwise time of other classes are also wasted. So tell me if you want to have tell me when can we have the another quiz, at what time today? Anyone? Shreya?
Yes, sir.
At what time today can we have except 1:30? So you told me about 1:30 time. 1:30 is not possible because I have a class at that time. So one quiz I am taking now and another quiz when it should happen.
So after class, sir.
Just after the class, I have another class in 5 minutes.
Sir,
So
after 5.
After 5, is it okay with all of you?
If everyone is okay, then we can schedule, sir.
Or let me ask it in this way.
What,
If
sir?
anybody is having any objection after
So after 5, I have my session, another session.
which session?
So I have my practices for. I have my tennis session to go on after 5.
Which session? Tennis session.
Yes, sir. I go out.
Okay, so no problem. You suggest me when your tennis session will get over.
So around at 7.
Sorry, at 7?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
can we have quiz at 7 o'clock?
No, sir.
Sorry?
So actually, like tomorrow we won't be having a class. At that time we might conduct the quiz.
Okay, fine. So we will have two quizzes tomorrow then. Okay. So because I've told you I have to take 4 at least. So we can have tomorrow 2 quizzes. Would that be okay? It is 10. It is. So what? 10 questions. It takes only 10 minutes to go for it, and all the things you have already studied in the class. Okay. So it's not like there is no rocket science in that. Very simple questions I am asking. Okay, tell me. Yeah, fine. Tomorrow we will have 2. And one more is remaining, then I will take it somewhere afterwards. Okay, because you have studied about 16 classes have happened. So at least, some 4 quizzes should be there. And we will keep on taking such quizzes. Maybe you will get exposure to 10 quizzes, out of which I will be picking, suppose you can say best of 5 best quizzes, and that on that basis I will be giving the marks. I want everyone should get maximum marks in this. I do not have that attitude of deducting marks of anyone. I'm very much positive about it. That more you score, more you will be having a better grades you will get on that. So would that be okay? Come on. Shreya?
Yes, sir.
Fine then. So tomorrow we will have 2 more quizzes. Fine.
Excuse
so,
me, sir.
Yeah, who's this?
Sir, there is no quiz today right now.
There is.
Okay, sir.
There is a quiz. And it is going to start in next 7 minutes. Shreya, I hope you have forwarded it in the group, the link.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine. So from that link, I think from the group itself, you can join, I suppose.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Or otherwise, this is over here also in this. Your Teams also. It's in the post. I have posted it in the posts. So from there also you can get it. Okay. Shreya, what message you deleted?
Actually, I was having some problem with the connection.
Okay. So the
So
problem
that's-
is resolved.
Yes, sir.
But I can't see where you have forwarded the link of the quiz. Where have you forwarded it?
To the unofficial group, sir.
Unofficial group.
Yes, sir.
Put it in the official group.
Okay, sir.
Why on the unofficial group? This is official thing, na?
Okay, sir. I'll do it, sir.
So what you guys do in the unofficial group? Let me just ask you. Might have given some names to some of the teachers.
No, sir. No, sir. Not that
Not
kind
like
of
that.
things. No, sir. We used to inform things in unofficial group, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So why the unofficial group was required to be created?
So because in the earlier classes we were supposed to do some conversations regarding the quiz timings and something. So we used to do it in the unofficial group.
Okay. Then you use some unofficial language also over there. अरे पागल है क्या यार? इस टाइम पे क्यों करवा दिया?
No,
ऐसा
sir.
कुछ? अरे यार चलता है. This happens. No problem. I do not have any problem. So in next 5 minutes you have your quiz is going to start. Okay. So we will keep on signed in. Okay, and you can do the quiz. Would that be okay?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So any question regarding this quiz is particularly as it is the first quiz. So this quiz is regarding the very basic things, okay, of the company, that how the company is formed and formation of the company, what are the minimum maximum members and all that. Okay, so you will enjoy it. Very easy one. Other quizzes also you will find very easy, provided you have attended classes. So it's not like that the quizzes are, I am just putting the quizzes in order to deduct your marks. Never. This is just in order to check some to the extent to the sum of your knowledge. Okay. So if you want to ask anything, you can. Anything else? Anyone? Anything else? Fine. So 4 minutes remaining with the for the quiz to go for. If you have any question, you can ask me. I am here only. Guys, one more thing, please do not leave the class after doing your quiz, because attendance I will take after the quiz only. Okay, so at sharp at 1 I will take your attendance. So don't leave the class. Is that okay? Shreya?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Go ahead with your quiz now.
Sir, done.
Very good. Who has done?
Sir, me.
Saurabh Yadav. Great. Actually, the quiz is not more than 5 minutes. Not worth more than 5 minutes. Please don't help others, Saurabh. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sir, done. Submitted the quiz.
Excellent, Rashmin. Very good.
Sir, can I go now? Actually, I have work to do. Urgent work to do. If you allow to.
Just wait for 5 more minutes. Yeah.
All right. I'm not online. Just give me 5 minutes. I will be back. Okay. Okay, sir.
No problem. No problem. Don't help others. What?
Yeah, sir.
Hmm.
Done, sir.
Who is this? Shreya? No.
Navya, sir.
Navya. Great, great, Navya. Very good.
Sir, I
Good.
was having questions regarding today's topic.
Sorry?
Sir, I was having questions regarding today's topic.
You want to ask something? Please carry on.
Sir, actually, like we were discussing about registers today. So, sir, actually, I want to ask what does register contains? Like, क्या क्या लिखा होता है उसके अंदर? They are actually online or they are actually in proper books form?
Yeah, but a register of members actually, the first most column is of the number of shares, because companies having the shares starting from 1 to maybe unlimited. Okay, so for example, 1 to 10 shares are to be issued to, for example, suppose your name is there as a director, so 1 to 10 shares are yours. So share number 11 to share number 20, suppose to your brother. Okay, because both of you are the promoters of the company. And then the name of the person to whom the shares is issued, their address, their Aadhaar card, these all things are there in the register of members. Okay, and even once though a person who ceases to be a member, his name also appears, but his name appears as he has ceased to be a member. Means those persons who were members in the past also, their names are also there in the register of members for unlimited time. That once upon a time they were members as such, because the company can ask for, or it can be asked for the information that a person is a member when he was member or when he has ceased to be a member. Okay, and further, how many shares he has taken, what is the mode of acquiring the membership, how he has membered, and those who have ceased to be a member, what is the mode of cessation of their membership. This is also recorded. So these are the things which are recorded in the register of members. So there are different things, like in shareholder in debenture. Sometimes what happens that membership is acquired by conversion of debt into equity. So that is the mode of acquiring membership. So that mode is also mentioned as such in the members or in the register of the members. Okay, for example, a company is limited by guarantee. So the amount of guarantee given by each members will be there in the register of members as such. Okay, because every time there are companies which are limited by guarantee, so they will just give the information by virtue of which the membership has been acquired. Okay, anything else, beta? Saurabh, is it okay? How many of you have done? Come on.
Done, sir.
Anya, Ishpreet, Ayush, Vanshika, Pritam, Sarvansh.
Done, sir.
Very good. Almost all. Ankit also. Meghna, Durya. Fine. Great, 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 great. How many are still doing? Okay, put down your hands, all of you. How many of you are still doing? Still doing, still doing. Okay, Sarah is doing. Aditya and Pritam. Fine. Carry on.
Sir, done, sir, done, done.
Okay, you have done. Great. Good, 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 good. How many of you are still doing? All of them. That's excellent. Great. So I told you, na, quiz is very, very simple. So you even didn't took 10 minutes completely to do the quiz. Okay. Now let me just show you your marks now, right? How much you have scored. Response is slow. Net connection is going slow actually. Oh. So. So 37 responses I have received, and I'm posting the scores. Okay. So these are the responses which I have. You have done very well. So average score is very low. How come? Don't know. Anyways, let me just see the responses in Excel. Let the Excel get open. So Excel is opening, you can see your scores. So here are your scores, my dear. Oh, sorry. I have to again review it. Now I have to review it again. Don't worry. These are not the correct scores. And I will review it and send the scores to you back. Okay. So meanwhile, let us just take the attendance and then we will sign off. So Astha Khandelwal, Abhigyan Gupta, Aditya, Ankit, Anshul Goswami, Arpan Mishra, Ashutosh Maharshi, Ashmit, Ayush Bothra, Ritik Bhardwaj, Ishpreet Singh Walia, Jamima, Karan Agrawal, Kaushal Agrawal, Lakshya, Meghna, Naman, Naveen Chandlani, Navya Singh, Pritam, Priyanshi Sharma, Raghav Dubey, Sambhav Garg, Samriddhi, Sanya, Sarvan Sinha, Saurabh Yadav, Shahid Chauhan, Shara Khan, Shreya Dharan, Shubham Singh Rana, Tushar Khandelwal, Vanshika Sunil, Vatsal Rastogi, Yash Chaudhary, and Yashwardhan Tiwari. I hope almost all of you are present. All are present today, I suppose. Anyways, so have a nice day. Have a good day to all of you.
Thank you, sir. You
Thank
too.
you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Have a nice
Excuse me,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Yeah, Bolo.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah. Who is this?
Sir Sana.
Yeah.
Sir, I sent you a message regarding my attendance,
Okay.
and I have been attending all your classes. I have 100% attendance, but I've been marked absent on 26th.
Okay, I will see to it. Don't worry.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I have the downloaded attendance also. Those who attend the class, no? There's an option
Okay,
of
sir.
downloading. Who came in, who went off. Okay, you might your name might have missed announcing. Okay.
Okay, sir.
That may happen. Don't worry. We'll correct it. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye bye. Okay, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Bye and have a nice day.
Have a nice day, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye.